Manor police are searching for 3 people after they shot a 17-year-old girl and left the scene just this afternoon. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Alex Capriello in for Tom Miller. Officers responded to the shooting on Trevin Cove just before noon. They said the teenager was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The men responsible are described as white, black, and Hispanic. Officers say they took off in a 2-door, green-colored, late-model BMW.
Respectfully, I don't think this kind of stuff happens out here in quiet Manor, does it?
Not often, no. We've had, a couple of incidences over the years, but it doesn't happen on any regular basis.
If you have any information, you're urged to call police. Rainy conditions up north have forced the LCRA to open the floodgates on the Highland Lakes. Take a look at this video we shot earlier today on Mansfield Dam, where 2 floodgates are now operating. Buchanan, Tom Miller, Wirtz, and Starkey are also open in some capacity. There are a number of bans and warnings for boaters right now on the lakes. You can find those on our website, KXAN.com. Should be a lot of boaters out there for Mother's Day tomorrow, huh?
Absolutely. Just make sure you're safe out there. But the weather is going to be gorgeous for it. Plenty of sunny skies out there and temperatures into the low 80s. So a big change from what we've been seeing over the past day and a half with chilly weather out there. But tonight, get ready for a little bit of some chill to the air with temperatures falling down into the 50s. Taking you live out on our KXAN TV studio weather camera here on the West Side campus looking towards downtown. You can still see the clouds up above. We're still dealing with a overcast sky out there with, again, temperatures into the low 60s. The dew points also into the 50s. Just a couple of days ago, the dew points were into the low 70s, so it was very, very muggy. Not really the case right now, but changes are certainly going to be coming here over the next couple of days with increasing rain chances as well. For now, though, enjoy the dry weather while it lasts. The rain that we did see earlier on today is well off towards the east, impacting Louisiana and portions of the Mississippi Valley. Also a heads up with the ground being so saturated in the cool weather, expect some patchy areas of some dense fog out there early tomorrow morning. It should be out of here by 10 a.m. or so, and a lovely forecast for your Mother's Day. We'll be talking about that coming up, as well as how low the temperatures will get later on tonight, and as well as that rain threat, how much rain we could see in your forecast, as well as a possibility for some severe storms. That's all coming up in your first warning weather.
Okay, thank you very much, Sean. Well, it's not just in central Texas now. Relentless rain keeps hitting the southeast, putting millions at risk of flash flooding. KXAN's Andy Rose shows us the swollen rivers and the rescues underway.
Heavy rain is breaking records and causing problems in the southeast. Parts of the Gulf Coast have been overwhelmed by rain. The National Weather Service says some areas have seen 300 to 600% of what's typical for early May. In Mississippi, officials say the heavy flooding caused a train derailment. High waters in Texas after storms soaked the Houston area for days. Some drivers in Texas tried to navigate the floodwaters. One driver abandoned his car when it started to take on water, only to find it on blocks, wheels stolen, when the water receded. A 9-foot alligator startled locals when it found its way into an Arkansas field. Swollen rivers pushed the unwanted guest into unfamiliar territory.
When we first got the call, we thought, well, this is some kind of a prank or a log or something, because you just don't see gators this far north.
Across the region, more rain is in the weekend forecast. 20 million people are on alert for potential flash flooding. Some locations could see up to 5 more inches of rain. I'm Andy Rose reporting.
The Austin Animal Center says after thunderstorms these past few days, they have run out of space to keep the animals. Get this, since Wednesday, the AAC has taken in 214 pets. They're asking Austinites all around to hang on to any lost animals they might find. The Austin Animal Center says they're still running their Fur Mama's Day adoption event with adoption fees at only $12. That event runs through Sunday. The center is also asking for volunteers to foster an animal. The Houston Ship Channel is still partially closed after a crash between 4 ships that caused gasoline to leak into the water. Officials say a tanker punctured storage tanks on a tugboat that was pushing 2 barges yesterday. One barge capsized, the other heavily damaged. The Coast Guard hasn't revealed the cause of that collision, and crews are trying to figure out how much of that gas actually leaked into the channel. It's said to be colorless, flammable, and toxic to touch, inhale, or ingest.
Our vessel, the Voyager, with 2 barges loaded with reformate, were struck by the ship Genesis River, and one of our barges has lost approximately 9,000 barrels of reformate. The other barge capsized but has not leaked any cargo at this time.
The National Weather Service has warned that people living nearby may be able to smell those gasoline fumes. The man who reported a 4-year-old Houston girl had been abducted last weekend has been arrested. Police say they found blood evidence in Darian Vence's apartment that matches the 4-year-old girl, Malia Davis. Vence has been charged with tampering with evidence. Houston police say he was last seen carrying a full laundry basket from the apartment. The basket was found in the trunk of Vence's car, which was recovered in Missouri City. Vence told police last week that men in a pickup abducted him, Malia, and his 2-year-old son before fleeing and freeing him and the boy. Hays County is fast growing, but some places like the jails are struggling to keep up. There are plans in the works to ease the overcrowding, but not everyone is on board.